Well, by the title of this video, you can see I am cleaning and moving all of my altars. However, I completely forgot I was filming this video, so I kind of already halfway started just by taking things off. I haven't done any like the cleansing or anything. So sorry about that. But the thing you're on is my big dresser. I have an ancestral altar and then an altar dedicated to the selkies or mermaids. Behind me, this altar, there's two, is Ares and Aphrodite. However, them being the main gods I work with, I'm going to move them over here because they have a lot of stuff. And it's not all fitting over there. And I can't do workings on the altar by keeping all of their sacred items there, if that makes sense. And then up there, the big dresser is Hades' altar, so I'm going to combine Hades' altar and my ancestral altar because the reason why I worship Hades is my earring fell. Well, because I want to. But I started worshiping him because I had a dream about him, and people worship him as a thank you for letting them worship and work with their ancestors. And I'm like, you know what? Let me do that. So that's how that became a thing. So putting Aphrodite and Ares here, big tall dresser is going to be for my mermaids, and then these two things are going to be for Hades and my ancestors. So let me get back to taking everything off and cleansing it. And I'll tell you what I do, why I do it, and how I think it works for me. You can see right there, let me bring it over here. This is all the stuff on my ancestral altar. And it's just chilling here for now. This is snow water I made on in bulk. I use this and pledge to cleanse my dresser. But I gotta take everything off first. All my items for the mermaids. Every time I redo my spirits or deities spaces, I pull a card from their designated deck to represent the energy I'm bringing into their new space. So let me put those away until I'm ready to do that.
Yeah, and you know what? I love them both. So why don't you just pick one and then I'll just step away? You want to cut him right now?
There's nothing, I mean, I guess you could spell your pledge. I never thought about that, but that's mainly just for polish. And then I wipe counterclockwise to banish any stagnant negative energy. Oh. Guess I need more water than I thought, huh? Usually don't use that much, but hey. Yay. Gonna need a towel because there's way too much. Purifying though, especially because I'm bringing a different energy into the space instead of my ancestors and the mermaids. It's Aphrodite and Ares, as I've been saying. I need a towel. And then I sound and smoke cleanse. Because I'm over dramatic like that. I also just love this bell. I think it's a divorce.
I'm telling you, Rachel. Listen to Janice. They all say they're going to be there until they start their real family.
He also has like 2 kids. How many families does he need?
That's how I thought about my first husband. Now I'm lucky if my kid gets to spend the weekend with her father and his new boobs. I hate to be the one to say it, but you too.
Typically going clockwise to bring in positive energy, especially for them. I can't help but want to say their names. I just love working with them so much. My issue with this is that I have to bring Aphrodite's mirror here, but to do that I have to move everything off with their altar first. And I have nowhere to put everything. I could put it on here, but then I'm just going to have to move it again to rearrange it all. To put the mirror on there.
Every baby is beautiful, except that one.
Why is it... It's focusing on Billy's face. Is that even Billy? No, it's not. It's Dewey.
I'm sorry. For the last time, why aren't you two together again? No, I know, because you're not in that place. Which would be fine, except you totally are.
It's complicated, okay?
Yeah, that's true. You love her, you always have. You have a child together. There's no right answer.
But we've been together, okay, and then apart, and then...
I successfully got the mirror down. I have a lot of holes in my wall from the attacks. I can still reach my language. Let me just... Oh man, my DVD's done. I need to dust this, Windex it, and then relock the mirror, which I will teach you how to do. Are you going to be able to see this from when I'm like in front of it? Kinda? I guess so. I'd hit play. Will I get copyrighted for the Friends theme song? We're about to find out. So on the mirror, move the chair again. I had tarot cards, as you saw. This lighting is atrocious. These ones. Can I do this with one hand? We have the Empress, which represents Ares. The Empress. Did I say Empress twice? The Emperor and the Empress, which represents Aphrodite and Ares. And then I showed you earlier with the Mermaid cards, I pulled two that represented the energy that I had from when I was over here. Candle fell. So I'm going to put those back and then pull different ones. I need to wash my hair today. Since this is Aphrodite's mirror, up here I have a... Can you see that? You can't. Little dried herb bundle of rosemary, which is one of her herb associations. Now that it's all nice and clean, I take snow water and bulk water. You can use any water, moon water, to lock it again. I just literally... And then I draw a little pentacle on there. And then say I wish to lock it away from negative energies. Literally any energies, because I don't really... I do mirror magic, glamour magic, but not with this mirror particularly. And I wipe it away, that way there's no fingerprints anywhere. The magical intent's still there even though you wipe it away. Or you can do it in smoke. You can just draw it with your finger. You can use essential oils. Any of that. I think people make like locking your mirror such a big thing, especially because like my mirror is going to be facing my bed and people are like, no, 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 that brings demons. My personal belief is that demons aren't bad. They're not inherently good nor evil, but that's neither here nor there. And they're like, you have to lock your mirrors, and then nobody ever teaches you how to do it. But they make it such a big point, and it's literally not that hard. Here's a little update. I'm not going to film me putting this all on here solely because it's going to take me forever. And then this clip would be like fucking 10 minutes long. So I'm going to give you tiny little updates. I put the Empress back up. The Emperor asked for a card to represent the new energy. I got the Sun, which is very exciting. I keep little fortunes. Oh, hang on. This is Ares's incense holder, because one of his mythologies said that he had a dragon protecting like one of his sacred spaces, and then somebody slayed the dragon, so he enacted revenge on them, and like, good on him for that. This is the deck I mainly use, and there's me. There's a bunch of cards out of the deck, as you can tell. So sometimes if I need like a more comprehensive one that has like all of the cards, I'll use different ones. This is the book that goes to those cards. The bell, piece of fluorite, pen. My Book of Shadows is like my grimoire, so it just has all of my witchy stuff. And then I have a digital grimoire, which I just started one on Pinterest too. Super good idea if you are like a closeted witch, or just like don't want to keep a physical copy. Just start one on Pinterest or Google Docs. I never knew I didn't, like, why didn't I do that before? And then this book actually has a dragon on the cover. And that's just a book I use for shadow work. More flowers. Birth of Venus. All my jewelry. Yeah, so far so good. Back here I have an offering dish and all of my rose petals. And yes, Aphrodite likes cherry airheads. Over here I have my little glamour work. So I have my skincare. This is rosemary hair water in here that I made for her. And then put it in my hair to make my hair curly again when I don't want to wash it that day. My little mermaid mirror, one of my prized possessions. They're candles. Ares' candle, Aphrodite's candle. First spell jar I ever made with Aphrodite. Gold coins, seashells, especially scallops. Seashells in general are very protective, but scallops represent Aphrodite. Here's her statue, as you can tell. Scallop shell. Actually lights up. Pretty sure I've shown this a couple times on my channel. I love her. Okay, here's Aphrodite and Ares' altar all done. My little glamour station, where I do my glamour magic with my products on a selenite plate. Because selenite's really good for charging anything. But it's really good at charging crystals. I just have an opalite on here. Can't remember the properties of opalite, but I always keep it on my face moisturizer for some reason. This lamp I got at a yard sale. This is a dagger I dedicated to Ares. They're little tarot cards, which you already saw. Me. One of the bouquets of flowers. Incense holder. An abalone shell. I have a couple of these. And then they're all of my things are dedicated with jewelry to them or their children. A little love yourself affirmation cards with the rose quartz on top. This is an oil I made dedicated to Aphrodite that I wear on a daily basis. Another rose quartz. More shells. Cologne. My pendulum. A little dolphin. Very expensive dolphin, actually. I got it from my aunt when I was a kid. More jewelry and shells. Selenite bowl with jewelry. Altar cloth. I showed you the spell jar. They're candles. All happy and dancy. More flowers. These are alcoholic offerings for them. This is jewelry dedicated to her that I don't wear. It's just hers. This actually moves. Oh, that's Finn. Technically, he goes over here. Some dried roses. More necklaces. Oh, here's a necklace too. And all my pictures. It's super cute. I'm in love with it. I'm literally so happy about it. Yikes, I just ran into all my dried herbs. Oh, excuse me. I also forgot to film me moving any of this. I'm not going to keep that. I don't know, it doesn't feel right. So, here is a mixture. I mixed them together. Of Hades' altar and my ancestors' altar. I will go through and pinpoint which things are which. Most of this is all of Hades' stuff, except this candle is my ancestors' candle. This is the card they gave me. The Fool, we love to see it. The crystals are just either of them, to be honest with you. This is my ancestors' like dish, kind of. That was a letter opener from my grandfather. Back here is coins that I gave to my ancestors because of my uncle who passed away when I was like 5. Used to pull coins, like quarters, out of my ears, and then I threw a quarter in his grave when he passed away, which I don't remember because I was so young. But I think it's also cool in like certain mythologies. I think even in like, I don't know if it's Greek mythology, but like the river Styx, you give them a coin to go over. So, yeah. This is just a bunch of Fireball whiskey. I have another one back there for my ancestors, but this is all for Hades. I don't have a statue for Hades, so it's just a Grim Reaper statue right now. And then those tarot cards is the Queen of Skulls, which represent the Queen of Pentacles in the Vampire Tarot, and then the Hermit. Those are supposed to represent Hades and Persephone. This is a hunting knife from my grandmother, and she gave it to my dad, and he just gave it to me. This is a picture of Persephone. The keys are for Hades. He holds the key to the underworld, makes sense. These bone earrings are also dedicated to him. And so is this coin necklace. And then there's little Grim Reaper paintings. Hourglass painting. Yeah, I love it. It's so pretty. I think these are my favorite altars I've ever done. Just keep getting better. And then up here is where I'm going to put my mermaids. Okay, anyways. Finishing off this video, showed you all this. I put a little St. Bridget's cross down here. A little picture of her. Because I have Celtic ancestors, I have Germanic ancestors, I have Norse ancestors, I have Seminole Indian in me. And probably other stuff, but like those are my main things from both of my parents' sides. Turning over, we have my mermaid selkie altar. This is all jewelry I dedicated to them, for them, that I do not wear. This is jewelry I dedicated to them that I wear in honor of them. My oracle deck, my water witchcraft. I have my snow water, my moon water, mermaid oil, a nail polish I dedicated to them, and a scent I dedicated to them, and I have the one I wear is on Aphrodite's altar, but this is just a backup. This plate used to be under Hades' statue, but I just put it here to hold some herbs. There's seashells all around. And here is more jewelry dedicated to them. Just little herbs and flowers. More flowers. Shell. There's more herbs and stuff in there. And more pictures. And yeah, this is definitely my favorite altar setup I've ever had in the 3 years I've been a practicing witch and a practicing pagan. I'm so happy. And I hope y'all enjoyed.